Good morning. Good morning, good morning. Welcome to another day. I'm going to see if I can make this brighter. I don't know if I can. No. I feel like I'm so dark these days. So here we are. I think Mercury at this point is officially retrograde, which is what we're going to talk about today. My name's Michelle Dale, coming to you from virtual co-working space. Here, welcome ladies that are joining me. Welcome if you are watching the replay. So we are doing, this week's theme of the week is Mercury retrograde. And I thought I would do this to show that Mercury is not a scary thing, Mercury retrograde, but it is an interesting thing. I definitely felt the effects of it this morning. It started. So I'll tell you a little story. I was in the supermarket. I'd got a bunch of shopping. I had checked it all out. I opened up the purse and my card was not in there. Fortunately, I had a business card in my car, which I was able to get and pay for the shopping. But my card that is always in my purse was not there. And the day before, my husband had taken it out to pay for something, delivery at the door, and left it on next to the front door, and I didn't know. So this is the kind of Mercury retrograde stuff I experience, like things like that, things that, you know, you do the same thing every day. I literally go food shopping every day because there's so many people living in my house. Hi Hannah, welcome. And this one particular day, the first day of Mercury retrograde, my card is not there. And that's probably one of my worst things, to get to a checkout and you go through all that process of checking your stuff out and then, I don't have my card. So that was my little welcome to Mercury retrograde. So today, as we are fully into it now, I've decided to share with you in our Mercury retrograde survival kit, which you can come back to every time it goes retrograde. I want to share with you a little bit more about actual Mercury retrograde. I'm not an astrologer, but I do believe in the stars and the planets and things like that. And I'm also a little bit into tarot, as you may have seen on Thursday. We do Oracle. So today, I want to introduce you to a guy called Jimmy, who's super cool. Actually, in terms of astrology and stars and things like that, I followed Kana for the longest time. A guy called Jonathan Kana in the UK, and he died, and I was so sad. And his, I think it was his nephew, took over and started, like, apparently Jonathan Kana had taught his nephew everything he knows, and Jonathan Kana, when he died, essentially teamed his business up with his nephew, who was alive, and carried it on, but it was never quite the same. I never quite felt the same. And I stumbled across Jimmy. Hannah knows Jimmy, the tarot ship. Hannah knows Jimmy's tarot ship. Yeah, he's just really good. I like how he explains. I like his enthusiasm about the planets and what's going on in the planets. He goes very detailed. So he's kind of very thorough, and you really feel like he does know his stuff. So if you are sitting there wondering, what am I talking about? What actually is Mercury retrograde? What does it actually mean? And you want to learn it from an expert, not just from my personal experiences of getting to a supermarket checkout, not having a card to pay for it, then check out Jimmy. I actually don't know his last name. I've never looked. But it's just Jimmy's tarot ship. It's called the Tarot Ship. I will put, obviously, the link into the chat box when we start our accountability in a second. But this guy is going to be able to tell you everything there is to know about Mercury going retrograde, but also the little bonus stuff that he puts in there is that he does do astrology readings. So he goes through what's happening in your sun, moon, rising sign in, you know, in your birth chart type thing, not your birth chart, but your astrological chart. So he does the sun, moon, and rising signs. He tells you what's going on planetary in your astrological chart and or for your sign. So he goes through all the 12 signs, does it very regularly, and he also includes tarot in there. So love a bit of tarot, love a bit of astrology. So therefore the tarot ship with Jimmy is definitely my go-to YouTuber for astrology mixed with tarot, because I really like that. You know, there's astrologers out there and you can find out what your astrology chart says. I actually quite like Michelle Knight, if anyone has ever heard of her. She's also a good one to check out in terms of the stars, you know. There's obviously also Kana, but not the Kana that I used to follow a lot. It's his nephew. No offense to his nephew, he seems very good. He seems even very similar, but I don't know, it's just, you followed a guy and then it's not that guy anymore because he died. But definitely check out all of those people. Kana, Michelle Knight with a K, and I think she's got one L in Michelle as well, and also this tarot ship with Jimmy. But I do love the tarot ship, and I love his energy, and I love how he puts so much fun into these readings, and he's so likable. He's like super likable. So definitely, if you are wondering what Mercury retrograde is and you want to find out what that astrologically means for you in your sun, moon, or rising sign, then definitely go check out his channel. Nick says, I really like the Gem Goddess. She does tarot and lots of manifestation videos. Okay, cool. Let's check out the Gem Goddess, everyone, as well. Is she English or is she American? Jimmy's American. Yeah. Okay, so there's a lot of English American ones. Kana is English. Michelle Knight is English. Jimmy's American. And the Gem Goddess, everyone. Check out the Gem Goddess. Nikki likes her. Yeah, so we've got like a little bit of an astrology tarot thing going on today, but I definitely like this guy. Got some more great people coming up for you, but definitely wanted to throw this one in this week, because if we're doing this Mercury retrograde survival kit, I think we should know what we're dealing with. Okay, so brilliant. So that's today's one. I will, like I say, I will put the link to Jimmy in the description on this video, probably in the title as well. And also in the chat box after when we start doing our accountability right now. But in the meantime, get your journals at the ready, because it's time to do accountability. And I shall see you back here with another interesting person to follow on YouTube. And tomorrow I've got a really great one for you. We're going into the science of it now, but definitely another good one to follow, somebody I really do enjoy watching. Yes, so I'll see you back here tomorrow. Have a wonderful day, and don't worry about Mercury retrograde. I've got your back, and sometimes you just have to laugh these things off. You know, I literally opened up my purse at the checkout at the supermarket, and I just, you know when you're like, eye roll. I was just like, yeah, today's the day. Anyway, it'll all be okay, and I shall see you back here tomorrow. Take care, guys.
Before we begin, don't forget you can join me live online inside Virtual Co-working Space at www.virtualmissfriday.com/VCS. If you enjoy this session, give it a like. I'd love to hear from you, so write me a comment. And so you don't miss any updates, don't forget to subscribe. Let's begin. So now we're going to look for the positive with our gratitude. First, we'll spend 1 minute thinking of the day before, thinking of all the things that happened, reflecting on work, interactions, relationships, memorable moments, and more. Now you'll write one thing down minimum that you're grateful for. You can, of course, write down more. Something good, something that went right, a small moment or a big win. The more you search for things to be grateful for, the more you will experience things to be grateful for. Now we're going to read out your goal. Make sure your goal is written down in a journal or somewhere you can easily access it. Read your goal now, ideally out loud, and commit to this goal. Believe it will happen. And by reading this daily, the universe knows clearly what your goal is, and the things begin to shift in the direction of your goal. Follow your instincts when this happens by taking action. Now you need to see your goal in visualization. Spend this minute thinking about the goal in your mind. See yourself taking steps towards the goal, or even better still, see yourself having already achieved the goal. Close your eyes and go there. Step into the feeling, step into the place, step into the accomplishment. And finally, it's time for your most important task. Set this task for today and make it relating to your goal. This could be something small like sending an email, recording a video, or making a phone call, or it could be bigger. Either way, one task a day is one step forward, and those steps will add up. Do what you can from where you are now. Set the intention, and the action will carry you towards your goal. Well done you for completing your daily co-create session. Have a fantastic day ahead, and I'll see you next time.